Alright guys, I did it. I know I said I'd never do it, but I did. I bulked. I just think it's funny because it sounds like I'm coming out for steroids. Like, bulking is a gateway drug for steroids. Honestly, I really just never thought bulking would align with my goals or my fitness goals, and so I thought I really would never do it. However, I think some of you guys may have already picked up on the fact that I was getting bigger in my previous videos. On that video I said I'd never bulk, you know, I also did say this. Only reason I would do it was for a video, so I thought I needed to turn this into a video and show you guys just how it went. So, here we go. On day 1, I was around 157 pounds, and this is how I looked aesthetically. Now I decided this bulk would be for 6 weeks or 42 days, and there was gonna be some rules to it. This wasn't gonna be no dirty bulk. I couldn't just eat whatever I wanted, so I made a list of 3 rules, and here they are. 1, I'm only consuming an extra 300 to 500 calories a day on top of my maintenance calories. That way, at most, I'm gaining a pound a week, or that was what I was hoping for. I need to eat 5 times a day, meaning every 3 to 4 hours I need to have a meal. That way I can maximize my protein synthesis and maximize my gains. And lastly, I need to have at least 30 grams of protein with every meal, just making sure I get enough protein in and maximizing my protein intake. With all that being said, here was an average / normal day of eating, and note this did vary a bit. First meal of the day has got to be oatmeal, absolutely delicious. 1.5 to 2 cups every single day. Got some protein powder and raisins in here, putting this around 750 calories. Eat this every single morning, absolutely delicious. It's weird because as a kid I used to hate eggs, but now I eat them. Mostly because protein. They're not bad though. Before you knock this one, you gotta try it. So, 2 cups of Cheerios and this Premier Protein Shake. This alone has like 30 grams of protein in it at only 160 calories. And instead of milk, I use this. Sometimes when I want Cheerios, I use these honeycomb things. They're just half the calories as Cheerios. I don't know, I've never heard of anybody else doing this. So I may be the first, but if somebody else out there does it, let me know. Cause they're a fucking G. Alright, so this meal is only around 400 calories and has basically 40 grams of protein in it. However, this is a lot of dairy. So, for you lactose intolerant people, learn to tolerate it, okay? Jesus. It's 2020. This yogurt's just a plain Greek yogurt, so it's not that great tasting by itself, but you mix it in with some berries and it tastes pretty bomb. But seriously, don't eat this if you can't eat dairy. You'll be shitting your pants for days. Alright, and so this is our final meal of the night. Normally have this right before I go to bed. 2 cups of veggies, 300 to 350 grams chicken, and 100 grams of rice. This all is gonna be about 900-ish calories, and I know the chicken has like 60 grams of protein in it, I think. Not too much more coming from the veggies and rice. Now this meal will vary a lot with what I'm having for dinner. Definitely don't have this every night, but 9 out of 10 times it's some sort of chicken, maybe made differently. This is the most simple way to make it. I like to add a little bit of soy sauce to the rice. Sometimes it's a different sauce. Today, we're just going soy sauce. So that's pretty much how I ate, but during this bulking process, I was actually really focusing on calisthenics. I thought that if I got heavier and trained during this time, I could definitely improve my calisthenics, and was really just training that way.
Hey, Bill, I'm in the mood for a switch up. I hit the function, hit the rose till I hiccup. I hit the stage and leave with money that's a stick up. She picture perfect, so I told him I'm a flick up. I'm in the mood for a change up. I leave the city and return with my change up. They got amnesia, don't remember how they played us. They wanna knock me down, but somehow I just stay up. Look, straight from the mud like rugby. Straight to the stage, they love me. I understand they hungry, but please don't hate, that's ugly.
However, I couldn't think of a way to prove that I got stronger that way, but I remembered a couple days before I started bulking, I did hit a max bench press of 240. Let's go! So I thought I could test and see if my max bench press improved over that time without even really training it or really too much weight training at all. So I went ahead and tried 255 pounds this time.
Yeah!
Let's go! I think you can do more than that. I think this bulk is working! Yeah. I actually think you can do more than that. It felt so good that I thought, you know what, screw it, I'll try 265 pounds right after 255.
Damn it. Oh. It was stopped there for a while.
And yeah, I failed that one. But I really think I could have got 260 pounds or maybe even 265 if I started with it. But anyways, this really did show that this bulk had pretty much worked how I thought it would work, and my strength did increase over those 6 weeks. However, over those 42 days, this is how my looks changed. And if you compare this to day one, the biggest change I see is my camera. Now honestly, I don't feel like my body changed too much over those 6 weeks, and I did end up gaining 6 pounds. So this was right on the max of the weight I wanted to gain over the last 6 weeks. And I was really surprised to compare this and see that there was really not too much change in my physique. Now of the 6 pounds gained, definitely was not all muscle. I would say maybe 1 to 2 pounds might have been muscle, and the rest was body fat, water, or whatever could have grown inside of me. However, both these pictures were taken first thing in the morning, 6 weeks apart. No pump, nothing. Saying that, I think there was a big change in my muscles when I had just had worked out and had a pump in. My muscles felt bigger during workouts, and I actually felt much stronger. However, I did feel heavier as well, which was probably one of the biggest mental challenges. Mentally, it was very hard to get over the fact that I was gaining weight and I knew that a lot of it was fat. However, now that this bulk is over, I'm gonna be losing a couple pounds and seeing just how much my calisthenics improved and seeing how much of that muscle I actually retain. But anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, maybe found it interesting. Drop a like if you did, subscribe if you're new, and see you guys in the next one. Peace out.